You know what? It's kind of difficult to tell without watching the film. Just from standing on the sideline, it looked like we were communicating. It looked like we were getting up and getting set, and we were in the right call most of the time, at least what it appeared. I felt like we played hard. I was happy that we were able to go down the goal line and do some things down there, because that's kind of where it starts, is just being able to be physical. I think there's still a ton of things that we really need to get better at. Just standing on the sideline, I'm not sure that we're moving the line of scrimmage the way that we need to, and I don't think it's an effort thing. I think it's a fundamental technique thing that we need to continue working on. But I'll know more after I watch the film.
The first unit was pretty much the same 5 all day today. Is that a 5 you guys are close to settling on, or is there still some competition there?
Yeah, there's definitely still competition. I think that we're closing in on about 8 guys that are really competing for some jobs. The unit that played with the ones today was a unit that I wanted to look at, and some of that has to do with some injuries or illness or whatever. But I think that the unit that went out there with the ones have pretty good chemistry in terms of if you can't get a call out of your mouth, sometimes you got to know by knowing the look, and that's kind of what we're aiming for. There is almost like telepathy, where those guys, they get up and they see a look, and they can kind of look at each other and know what call we're in without having to make say 15 or 16 words at the line of scrimmage. And I think we're headed that direction, but we got a long way to go.
Is there anybody in this camp so far, and not necessarily just today, but throughout the camp, that's really impressed you with how they've stepped up this fall, that you haven't seen them play this well to this point?
I think Sam Kronsage has taken a nice jump. I think Aaron Hegler's taken a nice jump. These last 3 or 4 days, I think Alex Kelly has really improved, and I'm pleased with the progress he's made. I think Shane Callahan fundamentally is really playing a lot better than he did in the spring early on, and I'm pretty happy about that. To say that any of them have taken the jump that we need to make, I don't think that's the case, and so we've got another 8 or 9 days or whatever before we start game prep to really hone in and work on the fundamental stuff. And again, it's the scheme. We know the scheme, and they're understanding it even better and better and better the more that we do it. But it's such a fundamental position. I think it's the most fundamental position in our game, maybe in all sports. And so being able to play with the proper technique and being able to play with your shoulder square all the time, understanding what alignments mean on defense, other than just the scheme that we're trying to play, those are the things that we're really trying to work on.